in my childhood, I never had anything to do with cars. Like, I never went go-karting, I never really played PlayStation games or any kind of racing games, really. But yeah, the only thing I really enjoyed was when my dad was driving fast on the highway. I don't know why, I really liked that. And yeah, but my passion for cars didn't really start until I started my driving license. So when I started driving myself, I really realized how much I love it and how much I'm enjoying it. And then also my interest for cars started. So I started kind of learning the different car models. I had no ideas about that. So I had to learn kind of, this is a Volkswagen and this is a BMW. And yeah, I really, in the beginning, I had no clue. But just because I enjoyed driving so much, this kind of started. My name is Johanna and I'm obsessed with the Lotus. My first car was a very, very shitty old Porsche 924 in very, very bad conditions. I bought this for 2,000 euros. Like, I was next to school, I was working as a waitress. So I kind of had to save up my own money for the driving license and for the car. And yeah, to the shame of my parents, all the money I owned back then and I earned as a waitress, I took and bought this old crappy Porsche, and they didn't understand it. Like, they couldn't understand my decision. They thought I buy this because I wanted to show off. But that was not it. I just really enjoyed driving this car. And it took them a couple of more years to understand my passion behind this and to understand that I really just do this because I enjoy it. What I really love about my Lotus are the looks, I mean the way it feels when I drive it, also the interior. And the shifting, oh my god, the shifting of a Lotus Elise S3 is just amazing. It's like, it's so precise, and the noise it's making, it's so engaging and so much fun. I really love that. But I also really love the feeling I'm getting when I'm driving those cars. Like, you are so connected to the road because you sit so low in these cars. I mean, you almost sit on the ground, right? And the cars don't have power steering, which also, it means that you're getting a lot of feedback from the car. You feel every input from the road. You feel the grip level of every tire. So I've never driven a car which is giving you so much feedback and hence so much confidence when you drive it. Like, you get into this car and you immediately feel comfortable pushing it just because you know exactly what the car is doing. And this is what I love about the driving experience. I started considering going onto track days because my partner back then started with this hobby, and I could see how much he improved as a driver. That was just incredible to see. I mean, you learn so much when you're driving on a racetrack, you know, driving the car at the limit. This is not something you can do on the normal road. So this was something, when I saw how much he improved as a driver, I wanted to do this as well. So in the beginning, as you can imagine, with no background in this, like, I never played these PlayStation games, I never went go-karting. I started from zero. So luckily, my partner has a simulator at home. So I had the possibility to practice. And that was helping me a lot. Because in the beginning, I mean, I had no clue what a racing line was, how you brake on a racetrack. Overall, all of these kind of things were new to me. So I spent plenty of hours in the simulator and just started driving different cars, different tracks. And I also really enjoyed that. So this is also a very nice hobby, which I'm enjoying since quite some time now. And nowadays I use it to prepare myself for track days. So for example, if I don't know a track yet, if I've never been there before, then I would start practicing this in the simulator before I go there. When I got the Exige, from the outside, the car was amazing. Like, it was in perfect condition, but the interior of the car was not nice. It was the most basic spec you can imagine. The seats were not nice. Overall, there was a lot of fabric in the car, which I didn't like. So I thought I wanted to upgrade that as well. So I bought another set of tilt seats and put them into that car, but this time I didn't go with the normal cushions. I went to a saddler, and together we thought about a concept for the car. So we changed also the door cards and kind of to match everything. So now the materials in the door cards are matching the seats. And so that was a fun project. I was looking for the fabrics by myself. My partner and I, we discussed a lot about a potential concept for the car. So we were looking for the fabrics and we were brainstorming what kind of things we could change and how it could look like. And I really wanted something which would fit the entire car, also the color. So this is why in the end I came up with the interior as it is today, which is kind of a mix of gray and Alcantara. And I'm super happy how it turned out. It's still not completely finished yet. I do have a couple of carbon fiber parts which are not yet installed in the car, but that's another winter project. These are not cars you buy to show off. So these are pure driver's cars. So for people who want to drive in the mountains, who really enjoy this and who are committed. I mean, a Lotus is not a luxurious car and it doesn't have a lot of features. I mean, it doesn't have power steering, for example. Some Lotuses don't have an air conditioning. So in the summer it might get quite hot. And also, like, except for a few very, very basic features, you basically have nothing in this car. It's a pure driver's machine and you have to love this experience. Like, this car is not for people who don't like a stiff suspension or who want comfortable seats. That's not a Lotus. You also don't buy a Lotus if it's important to you that you have the super highest quality on the interior or that the car is waterproof. You know, the first thing I usually do when I wash my car is I have to dry it from the inside. A friend once said to me, owning a Lotus is like a one-way road. There's no turning back. Once you have driven a Lotus, it's very difficult to change to a different brand because nothing really drives like a Lotus.